Hello creatives, welcome to Artist Star. My name is Beth and I am at the gallery today for the Zodiac series. This reading is for Taurus, whose correlating major arcana card is the Hierophant. This is the Artist card, here to represent you as the open vessel, ready to receive whatever source can draw from the well of infinite creativity. Taurus, this is the autumn solstice spread. It is about gratitude. So we're going to start off with the archetype cards and ask the question, in what area of life is my fullest creative vibration at this time? Then in the second row, with the creativity oracle, we're going to say or ask, how best can I begin to tap this energy? And in the third row, with the Soul's Journey deck, we're going to ask, what would help to acknowledge and release at this time? We're going to follow up with my 60-year-old tarot deck with the Rider-Waite-Smith, and you can see a lot of love. They have served me well, and I love them for the solstice readings. At least it felt right to do it for this one. Then we're going to follow up with the cards of truth and the Lenormand cards. Then we're going to ask what else Source would like to share. We're going to do a moon timing card and a starseed card, and then we're going to do a roll of the astrology dice just to give you something more to go and look in your birth chart and your transits that are happening in your daily horoscope to see if anything can be applied further to give you more knowledge about the situation that the cards are going to give us today. So let's dive in. Take a look at this first row, starting with the archetype card, and ask the question, in what area of life is my fullest creative vibration at this time? So I can almost feel that chi energy with this reading. It's pretty strong. All right, let's turn these over and see what we've got. Child, orphan. Light attributes, independence, based on learning to go it alone. Conquering fear of surviving. The shadow attributes, feeling of abandonment, that stiff maturation. That stifle maturation. Feelings of abandonment that stifle maturation. Seeking inappropriate surrogate families. Wow, Taurus, you who loves their creature comforts, loves to have a safe, comfortable place to be. Looks like you are feeling a little untethered. Some sort of security that you have had is becoming or has become unstable. And you are in that, which I can totally relate, as free falling into something of the unknown. It's not a comfortable place to be. So let's see what the cards are going to tell us as to how you are going to land on your feet, because we know you are. It's inevitable. It's what happens. Can always count on change, right? And I doubt this is your first rodeo with change and being ungrounded. I mean, it feels like you might be young and perhaps leaving home for the first time and questioning your confidence around that, or it could be you're done college, or and you're stressing about what's going to happen next, where are you going, how are you going to fend for yourself, feeling like you're desperate enough to start grasping at straws, which would be the shadow attributes, and how to stay in your beautiful, lovely Taurus fixed groundedness around your comforts and stability when you're having the rug pulled out from under you. And it could be that you're changing jobs, or your only gallery closed and now you've got to go look for another. It is obviously some uncomfortable change that you are being asked to pull yourself up by the bootstraps and figure it out. All of a sudden, that's hard. That free fall of finding out that, oh my gosh, you're on your own all of a sudden. It may be by choice. It may be by choice as well. So I shouldn't say this is happening to you. It is just what the universe has pulled around for you in order for you to further yourself on your karmic destiny path. This is fate interjecting a situation on your path to allow you more information about you, which you will gather as you go through this and come out the other side. You will learn so much about yourself, and that is what the focus should be. How else are you going to up the game in your craft if you deny what you learn? All right, 6 of Swords. Yes, it's a difficult journey. So this is a big one. This is a big one. Surmounting of difficulties. But you're strong. Really get that sense here. I really do. You're not exactly feeling abandoned. I think you're seeing the silver lining here. And I think you really are very capable of conquering any fears that you have. You'll be all right. You know that. Yeah, well, let's see what the cards of truth have. Yes, of course. Nice. 8 of Diamonds. This is you. Clear about your strengths. Clear that you're going to be okay. This is self-validation in anything that you need to be concrete. So yeah, you are going to be fine, and you know it. That card right there tells me that you can handle this. Even strong people get upset or have the apple cart tipped over every once in a while and have to pick themselves up and move on. You're very capable of doing that, or that 8 of Diamonds would not have come up for you. This is absolutely perfect. Phew. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't really worried, but I was feeling like you're going to need some reassurance. And there you are. Oh, crossroads in reverse. So it's not clear yet exactly, but you will have choices. In reverse, it just tells me you need to be reminded of something that you haven't really allowed to come in for you. You know that you're going to have some crossroads. You know you're going to have some choices. And you know that you're going to be able to make a good choice. The universe will see you through. Your daimon will open those doors. Just stay in the moment. Ground. Get clear thinking. Get clear vision. And you will find your way. Wow. All right, let's move on to the second row here and ask the question, how best can I begin to tap into this energy? Because you're going to want to be really aware of what's going on. Resistance. Now, Taurus, you are fixed. We know you can resist. But as it says, understanding why you resist, what you have to do, is a crucial part of the creative process. Understanding why you resist what you have to do is a crucial part of the creative process. Understanding you. I'm going to leave this right side up so that you can look at it and maybe see something else for you. Because I see Neptune. I see King Neptune here on this card, riding with his staff through the heavens, through the water. I mean, this is a strong image. With a deer, you know, you should go look at whatever the deer card is in signs for you, because there's a message for the deer. And what I remember from the deer card is something about the spirituality of how dainty and beautiful and serene and quiet and gentle a deer is. It's kind of like that, what is it called there? The story of the wind and the sun trying to take the traveler's jacket off. And the wind says, I'm just going to use pure strength. I'm going to blow that jacket off. And of course, you know, the guy just hugs it all the tighter. You can't do it. And the sun was like, no, that's not the way to do it. The way to do it is with warmth and hugs, you know, just loving them. And so the sun radiates, and sure enough, it gets too warm and the guy takes his jacket off. So it's that kind of love that you want to show yourself through this. Shine that warmth, inner warmth, and ask your questions. Why? I mean, if you're going to, don't resist what comes to you. Everything is golden information at this time. Look at it all like it's very important. Write things down. Do your meditations with a notepad. Do that free writing exercise if it works for you. If not, just scribble and see what you see in the scribbling. Something will come for you. Look for the signs. Your daimon is here and very strongly with this reading, letting you know that you've got this. Your choices are coming, not to despair. It's not going to be easy, but you've got what it takes to get it done, and you are going to be just so full of fresh self-knowledge that it's going to be impossible not to make better art from it. So let's see what we get here. All right, 9 of Pentacles in reverse. So it's going to be a little bit of a tower moment. It is going to cost you something, probably financial. That's what the card would indicate. That it may even feel like you're having something stolen from you. These are big ones to try to make sense of, you know, that you're going to be asking a lot of why questions, like, why me? What did I do? How did I let that happen? What in the world just took place? I got duped. Now I'm out on my ass. It's going to feel like that, or you may feel like you've done that to yourself even. But again, you've got to ask why. Understanding why. Did you resist something? We don't know. You do. So whatever feels like you're pushing up against, take a good hard look at that. 5 of spades, upright. So it is a spiritual letting go that you are in the need of doing here. Well, I should say a spiritual letting go of what's not working for you. You are to leave whatever situation this is, metaphorically, with what is necessary for a spiritual well-being. Maybe you've been under some influence that you are now understanding doesn't quite fit your beliefs anymore. Even that can be what this situation is about. And so now it's time, and that can feel like free falling when you've relied on a church or a group of people, a way of believing. But it's time for you to sort it through, pick and choose. It doesn't have to be one way. I once took a class in religions, and very, very good teacher. He was not biased at all. He just gave you the straight facts of where it all came from. And I found it fascinating because I also found that eventually in every religion, the bottom line is to take care of yourself so that you can take care of other people. So what is that going to mean for you? How are you going to be that better person? And this can all be, really self-absorbing and very egotistical. It can be very frightening that you feel like you can only survive. Survival right now might only be what you're looking at. However, let's ground and think about it, ask some questions, understand what it is that you are feeling deprived of, what upset the cart, and how you are going to get back to square one with your well-being. And we're talking about the physical, the mental, the spiritual, you. What do you need as the essence to move on? What's going to make you feel better with that? Because everything else is just junk, right? It's all that advertising, Ugh, that's not it. It's not it. Your comfort levels need to have a spiritual spark. But it can just be nature. It doesn't have to be a church or a religion. It just needs to be what speaks to you. That's what you're doing here. That's what's gonna really let you know that nobody can take that from you. You have that. All right. You've got the anchor. That's in reverse. So it is time to pull anchor and go. It's time. It's happening. And that's okay. You're ready for it. It's a little shake-up. It might be a big shake-up, but it's a shake-up. And yeah, you're learning independence, right? Conquering the fear of how to survive. Let's move on to the third row here, the soul's journey, and ask what would help to acknowledge and release at this time. Perseverance. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. That is beautiful. So it's saying, let go of the fear. sort it through. You know you need to allow that fear to be felt. Don't deny it. It's okay. Write it down, write it through, draw it through, scribbles, whatever it takes, so that you understand what's left. You get to the nitty-gritty of who you are, and you will find that strength, because clearly you are a very grounded Taurus. Don't get mad. Yeah. I like the saying, don't get mad, get even. And by even, I mean that you become the change that you want to see in the world. Can't remember whose quote that is, but when you do that, it's getting even. You become a better person for whatever brought this on. You become more you, and that's all you really need to worry about is you. And family, if you have family, right? If you're caring for someone, of course, that goes without saying. But you have to take care of yourself before you can take care of anyone else. So get there, knowing that you've got that spark that you need to take with you, that you're perfectly capable of handling this. Choices are coming. You will have choice. Knight of Wands. So this is another departure card. But it's a departure to advancements. Isn't that nice to hear? Yes. Let go of the fear, understand you're ready, and just get on with it. Oh, wow. Ace of Diamonds. Okay, that says it all right there. Brand new opportunity. Brand new opportunity for you to just bloom and blossom. Such fertility in this card. This card is highly intuitive. It's like this best opportunity is coming around for you. It validates that you have what you need to do whatever decision making, to take full advantage of whatever opportunity is coming. And in order for you to be in the right spot for that, departure into advancements, yeah, you need to ride in there like a knight. And in the tarot, the wands are fire and hard working. And the diamonds are that earth suit. So earthy and strong and grounded, concrete. It's like this is the most concrete card that you could have gotten in this reading. This is beautiful for an opportunity that's going to be really, really great. Oh, and you got the lady card. This is wonderful too, because this just brings that connotation that your fortune is going to be revealed, and she's here, like the gentleman, to make sure I get that message across to you and that you receive it as you should. So hopefully that has happened. But she also just brings a lovely fullness to the reading as well. This is a very positive card to get. Wow. So Taurus, I'm glad that you have the strength and the wherewithal and only needed to be reminded of a few things. And I'm sorry that you are having this big change, or, it could just be an inner something that is shifting just for you, your spiritual self. Very, very able to be the message. However, it does feel like it is a physical move for you. All right. Well, let's move on and see what the timing is here. Step out of your comfort zone. You got the North Node. So this means you are to explore and experiment, and you're going where you're curious and you would like to explore. And it's always been something that you have been curious and wondering about. So time to play a little. Think about it. When one door closes, another door opens. So you are getting an open door to some very interesting choices. Wow. All right. Let's see what this says. Free spirit. To be a free spirit is to float without walls, to fly without judgment, and to love without conditions. Well, that's the best way to free fall. If you can do it. Oh, I know. I like my creature comforts too, but there have been a few free falls in my life, and I'm here to tell you, you do land on your feet eventually. But it is a head trip that is the ultimate stability game. At least it was for me. Yeah, I have very little grounding in my chart. Just one thing, my moon in Capricorn. So not very easy for me to stay grounded all the time. It takes effort. So free falling should feel okay, and we did move around an awful lot as kids. 9 schools, 12 years. That's another story. However, I always had that family unit to be grounding in. So best of luck with that. Holy cow. Yeah, especially with the grounding, because I know how uncomfortable it can be. All right, let's see what the dice have to say for you. Okay, second house. So this is your house. This is money and possessions and how material goods and your physical pleasure and having that good life, being independent too. So, and it's also, it's goal oriented, if you needed to be reminded about that, because when you're seeking comfort, you are goal oriented. You want it, you see it, you go for it. So maybe that choice isn't going to be so hard for you to make. When it happens for you, you're going to know exactly what. You got Aries. That's a great card for you to get. That's the first house. That's right next door neighbor to you. And it's all about you and how you conduct yourself. Very strong personality. It is you knowing you. And then you got Mercury, who has popped up all over the place in these readings. But that's great because it's communication, right? And yeah, it's great. So you'll be listening. You will be communicating with your daimon, with yourself, with your vibrations that are coming in, and you clearing out, being very clear about what you need and don't need. Whew. Okay, Taurus, I just have one more thing for you. Well, and to remind you to go and check your birth chart and see what you have in the second house. What's Mercury doing these days? Anything in Aries, where Aries is, the first house. What do you got going on there? What is your rising sign? All right, go watch that video. You'll get more information. So one more thing. It's my Pema. This is the Shambhala pocket version. She is my spiritual guru. So let's see what other message that Pema wants to share with you, Taurus. Gain and victory to others. There is a classical Tibetan Buddhist teaching that says gain and victory to others, loss and defeat to myself. All right, well, that is your reading. These words, defeat and victory, are so tied up with how we stay imprisoned. Holy cow, Taurus, are you listening? The real confusion is caused by not knowing that we have limitless wealth, and that the confusion deepens each time we buy into this win-lose logic. If you touch me, that is a defeat. And if I manage to armor myself and not be touched, that's victory. Realizing our wealth would end our bewilderment and confusion. But the only way to do that is to let things fall apart. And that's the very thing that we dread the most, the ultimate defeat. Oh, Taurus, this is so for you. I love this reading. Letting things fall apart would actually let fresh air into this old, stale basement of a heart that we've got. Saying loss and defeat to myself doesn't mean to become a masochist. Masochist. Kick my head in, torture me, and dear God, may I never be happy. What it means is that you can open your heart and your mind and know what defeat feels like. I think I said that. Just let it be. Don't deny it. You feel too short. You have indigestion. You're too fat. You're too stupid. You say to yourself, nobody loves me. I'm always left out. I have no teeth. My hair's getting gray. I have blotchy skin. My nose runs. That all comes from the category of defeat, the defeat of ego. We're always not wanting to be who we are. However, we can never connect with our fundamental wealth as long as we are buying into this advertisement hype that we have to be someone else, that we have to smell different or have to look different. On the other hand, when you say victory to others instead of wanting to keep it for yourself, there's the sense of sharing the whole delightful aspect of your life. You did lose some weight. You do look like the way you look in the mirror. You suddenly feel like you have a nice voice, or someone falls in love with you, or you fall in love with someone else, or the seasons change and it touches your heart, as they are autumn solstice. Or you begin to notice the snow in Vermont, or the way the trees move in the wind. With anything that you want, you begin to develop the attitude of wanting to share it instead of being stingy with it or fearful around it. That is a very nice message for you to get, Taurus. Just to remember that it is all for the betterment of you and your energy and how you use it. Use it well. Make your good decisions. They're coming. Oh, it's good reading. All right. Well, thank you for watching, listening, and hopefully you'll get more answers here. And I'll see you next time. Please leave a message so that I know something's coming through. It means a lot. All right. Well, thank you again. And as always, until next time, happy creating.